If this is the first time that you're tuning into our channel, welcome, thank you, subscribe. And just to let you know, we are about independent artists, filmmakers, comic book artists, stuntmen, anything independent we try to cover, especially in the horror realm. Some of the ways that we do that is by having guests on our shows like Donna Jean's Coffee House of Horror, or Donna Jean's Shot of Espresso, or 5 Things. And on 5 Things, it is typically about 5 things that you should check out or avoid. And we've done a special over the last 3 seasons, which has been focused on independent films, which is the next movie that we're about to talk about. Welcome to another episode of the Popcorn Confessional. This is Dave from Nerdbox, and I'm accompanied by my wife Jen, also from Nerdbox. And on this episode of 31 Days of Halloween, we are talking about Vacancy. So fire up that Jiffy Pop and meet us in the booth.
When David and Amy's car breaks down, they have little choice but to spend the night at a remote hotel. The couple entertain themselves by watching low-budget slasher movies on TV, until they realize that the horrifying images they see were recorded in the room in which they're staying. With hidden cameras capturing their every move, David and Amy must find a way out before they become the latest stars in another film in the series of snuff films.
Dave and Amy are on the verge of divorce due to an accidental death of their child. And the tension between them can be felt by the audience members. And some of that is done through the way the movie is filmed. We talked about this with Entity, we talked about this with Smile. So they used certain camera angles to kind of just, it almost felt like a wall put in between the two of them. Mm-hmm. So there's a whole conversation in the beginning of the film where they're in a car driving at night, and the two of them are just clearly separated by the camera angles that are being used.
It doesn't even feel like they're in the same car.
Exactly. So the tension between them is instantly set by the way that this film was laid out. Mm-hmm. Director Nimrod Antel from Predators, not only did he add that discomfort, but he quickly established the two characters in the film. He didn't spend a lot of time giving backstories so that you can feel for the characters. He just brought it to you very quickly. You knew what was going on in probably the first 10-15 minutes of the film. You got to know the characters, and then bam, we're off and running. And then they're being stalked, essentially. Yeah. And if you like the movies The Strangers or the Romanian film Them, they're being stalked by somebody banging on doors or banging on walls in the motel room next to them. And when David goes out and checks, nobody's there. Mm-hmm. So they're at that point where it's like, what the hell is going on? Now, as the audience member, we tend to figure out a lot sooner that the room that they're staying in is a part of the snuff films that are being made at this place, because there is a VCR with conveniently forgotten VHS tapes in the hotel room that when they put it in, it's like, oh, what the hell is this? And as the audience member, we're all smart enough to say, dude, that's the same hotel room. Just get the hell out of there.
Yeah.
What's the matter with you?
Yeah.
So I always wondered this, like in these horror movies, the horror films even exist because how are people so damn stupid?
I know. And we've said that numerous times, right? When we pick something up right away, we're just like, have you never watched a horror movie? Clearly you've never watched a horror movie.
Yeah, and it takes them 3 different videotapes, I think, to figure it out. Now, this movie stars Kate Beckinsale and Luke Wilson. Kate Beckinsale, who we met, she's a lot shyer than I thought she would be.
She's very quiet.
Yeah, but I think this was, when we met her, it was not too long after she was bitten at a convention, or somebody tried to bite her.
Yeah.
So, I don't blame her.
Maybe it was the same person that bit Norman Reedus.
Could be.
Maybe there's just like a serial biter that's like going around.
A serial con biter.
No, this movie also stars Ethan Embry. He's one of my favorites. He's not in a whole lot of stuff, but I really enjoy seeing him in movies.
Mm-hmm. There's actually another horror movie that maybe it'll make the list.
Yeah.
Maybe it'll make next year's list. That he was pretty damn good in as well. There's things that I thought knew was going to happen, because when you watch a horror movie and you watch so many, it's like, oh, this is gonna happen, that's gonna happen. It's like watching a romantic comedy. There's always the same formula. Couple gets together. At the end of the second act, they break up. Third act, it's like, oh, we made a mistake. Let's get back together. So in this film here, it feels like it's following a formula, and you think, oh, well, this person's gonna die, and that person's gonna die, and this one's gonna live, and that. It doesn't play out that way.
No, it definitely doesn't play out that way. There was definitely some surprises as far as that goes, and I like the different camera angles. I also really like some of the ways that they try to escape, with hidden tunnels and stuff. I like that kind of stuff. So, I mean, I don't like the spiders being in there, but I guess that's to be expected.
Spiders and rats, oh my. Now, this would be a fun film to watch with somebody if they're one of those people that yell at the TV while they're watching it, or the movie theater screens, because like that movie we seen, Don't Worry, Darling, where that one woman's like, oh no, don't do that. Because I would love to sit and watch a movie with somebody, because all of these little hints that they're doing something bad or going to a place that is bad is there. Like they walk into the hotel and they hear people screaming and stuff like that, and it's like, what are you doing? Why are you still getting a hotel room there?
The guy's like, oh, I'm just watching a movie. Okay, maybe, but that sounded very real. I'm just saying. Of course it was, because it was a damn snuff film. Yeah, I don't know. If I walk into, and now this is not, you keep saying hotel, it's not a hotel. They walk into this motel and they hear screaming, and I mean, motels are seedy in general, right? I mean, you want to stay in a hotel, not a motel, typically.
You want to check the room of any place that you stay, motel or hotel. Yeah,
but they walk in, it's dingy, and there's no one there, and they hear screaming. Why did you not leave?
Yeah, it's an instant nope.
That's just, no, I'm not.
You want to rent a room? No, I'm going that way. See you.
And then I'm gonna disappear off the beaten path, so hopefully they don't find me, because clearly they're serial killers.
Alright. Don't forget to
like, subscribe, and share.
Definitely put this on your list. It was on season 2 of 5 independent films that you should watch from the 2000s. And it featured Michael Levy, and this was one of his choices. So, until the next. See ya.